Bro, what was the actual point here? Like, why? Why, though? What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the DS Asylum. I am your warden. Can't stop coughing to save his life. Dimitri Shrine, and today was supposed to be a video about the Metal Cooler movie Vegeta. But, yeah, that video didn't really turn out too well as every single person I paired him up with overshadowed him. So, we're doing this. I wanted to see just how well the Android team still fared in today's meta. Now, my 16 is still only at Zenkai 3 because they refuse to bring his banner back for some weird reason. So I'm going to save judgment on 16 as his tanking abilities definitely are not what they used to be at Zenkai 3. They are pretty much non-existent. His tanking ability at Zenkai 3 is virtually non-existent. So I will save judgment on that, though, as I don't have him at Zenkai 7. But the team as a whole, as you can see, we're fighting a Pride Trooper. Pride Troopers is literally the newest team in the game. This is the newest team. This is number one right here. This is number one, newest team. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not overly impressed. Like, you'll see, it took us a very long time. It took us so long to actually win this match in a meta where matches usually don't make it to, you know, like 60 counts. This match lasted a while because you just can't do anything. And here's an instance of 16 not being able to tank for shit. That was with his 50% cover cut. And it's just, I remember a time where that 50% cut meant something. Also, he is way too big to be spinning like that. Calm down, Jiren. I wasn't overly impressed. Is this team still good? Hell yeah. Is my throat? No. Oh my. I think I might have the virus, everyone. But honestly, I just wasn't overly impressed. This team did not perform the same way it did the last time I used it. Last time I used it, like, as my actual PvP grinding team, was right around the time 18 got her Zenkai. And you can see how much damage you take. I know Dispo's red and all, but Dispo's damage usually comes from the amount of cards that he uses, not necessarily the damage of the cards themselves. His stats are kind of garbage, but he can string together a lot of cards, enabling him to do a lot of damage. But he kind of just shreds through 18. Very surprised I lived that rush, though. But there's one thing that you can tell is, like, Dispo's stats really aren't all that. His damage comes from being able to string together a lot of cards, and obviously I only lived that because of the 50% cut. If it hadn't been for that, I would definitely have gone down there. But it's just kind of amazing how 16 lives with a smidge of health every time. Like, you can see he's not tanking anything at all. But he finds a way to survive. I don't know. Cell's kind of like the only member of the team that I'm still, like, super impressed with, if I'm being honest with you. Because even before he transforms, he's still a menace. This guy's still really good. Also nice juking me out just by moving over there. Also, what's weird is I found Dispo wasn't doing as much damage that time, and I don't necessarily know why. God, it's so annoying. I've always said that destroying cards is the most annoying thing in the game. I hate it. It's among my top 5 most hated mechanics. Just being able to destroy even a single card is just outright annoying. But here's a situation where 18's damage still holds up, right? Look at all this damage that she's doing. Her damage absolutely still holds up today. We literally just one comboed a unit with endurance. More or less. He had taken a little bit of damage, but if I had had one more card, he would have gone down. So the damage 18 can put out is impressive, but this team does not take hits as well as it used to. It just simply doesn't. And Cell already wasn't good at taking hits. I was certain he was going to go for his ult there. He kind of just stood there. I don't really know why. Because Cell's still a monster. We just one shot. Again, Cell is like the only one that I'm still super impressed with. And only having him at 4 stars, I mean, maybe I should get back to trying to get him to 7 through multi-Z power. Now, here's an actual meta team. We got Future going on here. I think it was a 6-star Vegito Blue that was there, so this will definitely be a really good test as to whether or not this team is good or not. And I actually remember this match. I could have won this match. I'm gonna tell you right now, I lose this match. I could have won it though, and the reason why I lost annoys me. It's the exact reason why I say they didn't really do much in that battle system update. Like at all. They really didn't do much. Look at 18 doing no damage. I mean, he's red, but the bastard doesn't even have 100,000 on either of his defenses. To like fucking like 8 stars. He's so squishy. It's not even funny. Actually, it's kind of funny. I know I sidestep a lot here, but at first I wasn't too concerned with him. So I was playing very noobish, if you will. Luckily, he went to the green card, so that hits him. This guy pumps out an abnormally large amount of blue cards in this match. And I'm just like, bro, this guy legitimately threw more blue cards at me in this match than I sometimes am able to even see in my hand during an entire PvP game. Like, Cell having 2 supers in his hand at one time is not, that crazy of a thing, because he always draws a super the first time he uses his green card before he transforms. So having 2 supers at that point isn't that bad. But it's just like, you'll see. He ends up throwing like another 3 or 4 blue cards at me. I'm just like, bro, where did all these damn blue cards come from? Like, where did that one come from? He just threw 2 of them at me. How did he have yet another one to put in the damn rush? And Vegito Blue just kills 16. Remember when 16 was actually a counter to Vegito Blue? You guys remember that? When 16 could actually just tell Vegito to go fuck himself? Yeah, those times have passed. Vegito has gotten better teams, and a 7-star one just simply isn't strong enough. Zenkai 3 simply isn't strong enough to deal with a 7-star Vegito Blue. He's just not. It's unfortunate. There's yet another blue card. That's blue card number 4 that we've seen from him in this match. Which is freaking stupid. So's Blast Armor. I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm stuck with 2 green cards. This bitch is gonna draw another one. It's annoying, but we go ahead, hit him with that. Take care of Vegito Blue here. Weirdly enough, Vegito Blue's not even my biggest threat right now. Like, I know 18 can handle Vegito Blue. It's Cell. He still hasn't even transformed yet. Just looking for an opportunity to throw the blue card. We throw it at him. One-shots Vegeta, because obviously he's not tanky at all. He couldn't take a hit from a normal unit, let alone one with let alone a Zenkai unit with type advantage over him. So, here's where we get into the stupid territory. I'm now in a situation where all I gotta do, get rid of his first life here. We have a rush. He's already used 1 rush, so that opens up the ability for me to rush him. And if our rush goes through, we win, because 18 is more than powerful enough to deal with it. But what was that you say? Second Rising Rush. Oh, okay. Remember when they told us they were going to reduce how often you get Dragon Balls? Yeah, bullshit. Yeah, literally bullshit. 2 rushes. The reason I lost is because of 2 matching Rising Rushes. Yep. I wasn't salty. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not still salty about that. The guy I fought here wasn't a complete bitch. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it's not like he had a full health Cell with type advantage, and all he had to do was play smart to not get hit with my rush. And actually, there's even a chance that he probably could have lived. Though, seeing as how Vegito Blue just O-code 16, he probably would have died because Rising Rush is way too powerful. Anyway, Saiyan team. I've always said this. Anyone who uses even just 1, let alone... like, 1 Rising Rush I can sometimes handle. But 2 rushes... like, anyone who uses 2 Rising Rushes in a single match... sorry. You're a bitch. Like, you are a straight bitch. You are a bitch and you are a coward. I'm just gonna say it. You're a bitch and you're a coward. I don't care what situation you're in. If you feel like you can't win without that second rush, fucking take the loss. I don't care. Fucking take the loss if you genuinely believe you cannot win without that second rush. I do not care. Because Rising Rush in itself is unfair. And then having to deal with two of them, and with me only having a 1/4, a 25% chance of actually guessing your Rising Rush, it's bullshit, and no one should have to deal with that shit once, let alone twice. Yeah, if I had just guessed both rushes, I wouldn't be in this situation, but, like, really? I have to get lucky to not lose a match? That's the thing that I hate, the fact that I literally just have to get lucky. Also, that green card is so slow. Like, out of all of the pushback green cards, that being Majin Vegeta and freaking Yellow Gohan, his is easily the worst. It's the longest animation out of all of them. Also, yeah, there's one of the ways of using a Rising Rush that I will always classify you as a bitch for. You deserve to have your rush guessed. I don't feel bad. You absolutely deserve that. Anyone who just stands there and waits to rush you clearly has no confidence in themselves and wants to just take as many shortcuts as possible. That's how I see it. Goodbye, Vegeta. Anyway. You guys can probably see how I'm not, like, too impressed. 16 does a good job at tanking here. I'm highly surprised he survives here. He actually survives this ult, and that was actually really impressive. It begs the question why the Pride Troopers were doing more damage, though Goku's stats aren't the best, but he has super massive damage on it. So I'm just like, I don't know how he lived the damn thing, man. It's a mystery. Now, I could have switched into Cell. I could have switched into Cell, but I thought with the level 2 card draw speed and my ultimate, I'd be able to kill Nappa. No, Nappa to this day is like the only true counter to 18. He just shuts her down completely. I couldn't kill with 600,000 health. And I mean, for 18, that's pretty impressive. The fact that he actually lived. The fact that 18 couldn't kill. There are units now that can easily counter this team. And they just don't get the job done as quickly as they used to. You actually have to try. I remember there was a time I didn't have to try for shit. I could just bring the team in and win. That's not the case anymore. You actually have to try here. Try going for a blast card there. But this is where we end up ending the match here. We gonna blow up on him. So I don't know, not too impressed. If you guys enjoyed this video, do make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that join button if you can, really does help the channel out. And I will see all of you inmates back here at the asylum for the next video. Peace.